Hello, just a quick warning about this video. Some people might find the prices a little bit disturbing. Probably other campervan converters. One more quick apology. I do say blown away quite a lot in this video because I genuinely was blown away just about how good they actually are. Hello, today you join me at Tamar Caravan Centre and I am blown away by these vans. You will genuinely not believe the price of them. These are some of the best quality campervan conversions around. They might not look very special from the outside, but there is a very good reason for that. But anyway, surely it's a campervan, so that really should be the priority. There is nothing stopping you from adding body kits, spoilers, bigger wheels, dropping that suspension after you've actually had the vehicles registered. Yes, these vehicles are not registered. The buyer will be the first owner. The first owner on the logbook, which is registered as an M1 motor caravan. Yes, you can actually register it with the DVLA as a motor caravan. The 3-year warranty from Volkswagen hasn't even started yet because it's not registered. In the UK, there is only 10 manufacturers of campervans which are VW approved, and this is one of them. There are only 6 campervan models which are NCC approved, and this is one of them. There's also only 4 manufacturers in the UK which have got whole vehicle type approval, and yes, this is one of them. These vans really are something special. So that's going to come at a price, isn't it? No, it isn't. You wait till you see this price. You will not believe the value of these vans. I will explain more in a future video about whole vehicle type approval, what it means, what you've actually got to go through, what it actually really means to you. But essentially, a lot of it is revolving around safety, and that is a really, really important factor. I've actually had my mind completely blown about the safety features. Is your crash tested bed which you've got in your campervan actually crash tested? Surely it is. It says it is, isn't it? Well, maybe it isn't, and I will talk about that in a future video. The technical nature of this certification has really blown my mind, and it's opened my eyes as to actually what is safe and what isn't. And I will do a whole video of that coming up in the future. You will be surprised. There's a lot of vans being advertised at the moment as ultimate spec, top of the range, best spec available, and all these vans are really, really expensive. These are not expensive, and I can pretty much guarantee that the actual campervan specification, which you're actually looking for when you're buying a campervan, it isn't all show and no go. These vans are really, really good specification, and you'd be very surprised at the price of them. Let's have a look what you get as standard in these campervan conversions. Now, this type approved vehicle, each of them is a 4-passenger vehicle with 4 berths. So you've got a bed in the rear, and also you've got one in the pop top. The bed in the rear is a rib bed, not one of the cheap rock and rolls bed. This is a high specification rib bed, which is really comfy. So as I've talked about before in previous videos, you lie on the back, which is specifically designed for sleeping on, completely flat. And with it being the rib bed, you've also got that space behind, so you can actually store your luggage, so you're not having to keep it all in the middle between the 2 rows of seats. There's plenty of space behind, and it is really comfy to sleep on. You've got a pop top. Now, this pop top is an Ostops pop top, and it doesn't come with just the cheap bedboard as standard. This comes with the Frolly bed, which is a sprung system, which means it's a lot comfier than the standard bedboards, and it's also got a mattress which is really comfy. So for the people sleeping up there, you're also going to be having a good night's sleep, as are the people who are sleeping down below. And to keep you warm at night, you've actually got a 3 kilowatt whale heating system. Now, this is provided by gas, and the gas is LPG with a tank which is underneath the vehicle. So this doesn't have a gas locker like some of the conversions do, taking up some of that precious space. It's a system which is underneath the van, so you've got that extra space within the vehicle. And because it is a tank underneath, you've actually got a gauge which can tell you how much gas you've got left. So there's no more of this shaking the bottle to see, finding out how much you've actually got left and taking a punt. Maybe I've got a couple of days, maybe I've not. You know, because it's on the gauge. Really good system. The fridge in here is a 50-litre compressor Dometic fridge, which is behind this cupboard, which is actually quite an interesting way of doing it. I've not seen many vehicles doing it like this, and I think it's really nice because it does hide the fridge away. I actually like that. Now, as far as cooking's concerned, this has got the 2 gas ring burner hob. With it next to it, you've actually got the sink as well. And the water pump is tucked away behind the kitchen unit, so you don't see that. And the water pump is in a really good position. Look at this, in the tailgate, you pop that tailgate up and you've actually got the water filler in the side underneath the actual tailgate, so you've not got those ugly flaps, which I know a lot of people don't like on the outside of the van. And me, for one, I don't like them either. I think it looks ugly. So it's nicely hidden. The units are made from lightweight ply, and it's topped off by this 30mm solid oak worktop as standard. You're not actually paying any more for this. This is as standard. And have you noticed up above the hob there are no units above the cooker? That's right, there are no regulations being broken here. When you look at another type of approved vehicle like the VW California, you will also notice that there are no units above the hob, and that is for good reason. The vehicle's fitted with an electrical system, and it's actually got a VW factory fitted leisure battery in the vehicle, which can be upgraded to a lithium system if you need. It's got a 240 volt electrical system, as well as the 12 volts which supplies the lighting, USB socket, and also reading lamps as well, all as standard. The flooring is Antego solid flooring, which comes in different colours and different designs and looks and feels really good. But you might have noticed that there's no attachable table here, and that's because it's got the Lock-8 table in the sliding door. And I really like this system because it means you can actually take the table out, because it's a freestanding system and you can just have it outside of the van. You could even take it out to have a picnic somewhere if you want to, because it's freestanding. You can do what you want with it. And to go with this, there's also 2 camping chairs included in the conversion as well. Although with it being a 4-berth, you would need to buy another 2, but I'm sure Tamar could sort you out with that if you needed to. There is so much more with this conversion, like VW standard swivel seats. You've got the swivel seats in the front. You've actually got a shower in the rear. You can actually have a shower in this vehicle as well. You've got your carbon monoxide alarm, your smoke alarm, solar preparation. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's got cruise control, air conditioning, all the standard features which you've got on a VW van. It's all got them. They're a really nice van. And all that is standard, and that's before we talk about options. This standard conversion is far better spec than a lot of the other high-spec ultimate vehicle conversions which are around, which have got the cheap campervan versions, and are generally, a lot of them are all show and no real campervan. Now, it is a campervan, that's what you're buying. If you look at the Volkswagen California, it's not got the body kits, it's not got the sidebars and the big wheels and the lowered suspension, because it's about a camper, and that's what you're buying. Now, when you're buying a camper, are you buying the comfort and the luxury of being able to be in the vehicle and camp and sleep in it, or are you buying it for the aesthetics? Now, you can do the aesthetics, you can put the body kits on it and the wheels and things, but because this is a whole vehicle type approved vehicle, you can't actually do that until the vehicle's been registered. But there's nothing stopping you from buying this vehicle and then spending that couple of £1,000s on wheels and everything else which you need if you want it to look that way. So how much do you think this costs? Pause the video and put in the comments what you think it is, and I can pretty much guarantee you're not going to be near it, because it is such a good price vehicle for what you get. So what do you get? Well, don't forget, on the logbook it's a registered M1 motor caravan. Not many vehicles come with that at the moment. You've got the rib bed, you've got the pop top, you've got the gas, you've got all the electrics, you've got the table, the chairs, you've got the standard vehicle. So how much? The price is dependent on the model which you actually get, and this comes in 3 versions at the moment, and that is based on the engine size and the gearbox. This vehicle starts with all this equipment for 49 $999. Less than £50,000 for this camper van. That is unbelievable value. The spec is far better than a lot of these vans at the moment, which I'm seeing for £70,000, £80,000. This camper van conversion is a proper camper conversion. It's just incredible value. I was absolutely blown away when I found out about it. It's quite frankly astonishing value for such a good conversion. Now this is the basic model, so it is a start line, but with the business pack, so it still comes with your air conditioning. You can get a Highline, you can get the DSG gearbox, but whatever engine you go for, you still get the rib bed and the Ostops pop top and the fancy electrics and the units, and it's just unbelievably good value. I'm going to share with you in a future video the different options which you can get as far as the units are concerned, and the different trims and what you can actually do, having the leather upholstered seats, having the scenic canvas. And I'm also going to go into a lot more detail about the safety aspects, which really did blow my mind when I saw them. If you want to see any of my videos which I've done on other conversions, including some bad conversions, do have a look at those here. For now, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.